Right. Any questions? I have a question. Because one of the duties of being an external vice president is that you're the main director and coordinator of the Vietnamese Student Association Film Festival that we actually just started this year. With this said, have you had any experience planning any major events, anything on par with anything in that nature?
No, actually. I mean, I was part of the film festival, so I know what Tony's and Kirk went through. So, if anything, I will definitely ask them and ask them for their advice and what they have, any tips for me.
Okay. And then also extrapolating on that, since you haven't taken any like major role positions, have you ever maybe done something smaller like led a committee or anything? It can be outside of the film festival or VSA as well. Have you had any other kind of more in the leadership position kind of category?
Well, back in my high school, I was part of this organization called Honor Society, and pretty much we had to reach out to our community and ask for community service. So I was part of that. Also, I was part of, when I was pledging for AFIO, I was part of the historian committee. So I pretty much like tell them what they should do and to keep up with all the events.
Question? Cindy?
So, we don't have that big of an external network. What are you going to do to improve on that, and who are you going to contact?
What I'm really looking forward to is to meet or somehow contact with the president of the Vietnamese community, also the president of Diep and LSF, because I want, like I said, I want to keep a strong connection between us and them. If you want.
In an event or scenario where we had to choose VIA or LSF over one another, how would you approach that situation and what would you do?
At first I would look at, it would be hard, but I definitely would look at what organization would benefit that event, like would work well with that event, and then talk to like CAB.
Based on your knowledge, what is the difference between LSF and VIA?
I'm not 100% sure, but I know both of them. Both try to promote the Vietnamese culture, especially during the festival. I know LSF has their own the festival, and same with VIA.
Differences?
I'm not 100% sure.
So, as external, you're also in charge of IPC,
Yes.
and that means that you're also the face of SUC when it comes to external networks. So, a big issue we ran into this year was having other schools come out to support us. What are you going to do to help ICC change that for this upcoming year?
I feel like as external, I'm willing to come with them to any ICC meeting if they need me to. Also, I mean, if they can't make it, I am willing to do that too. Like they said, I agree with them that we should definitely come out to their events. So, because I'm hoping that we'll be part of UVSA. So, pretty much, I think we should pretty much come out to their events to show that we support them, like, or they trust, so they can come out and support us.
So we've been doing that this year, and then when it came time for them to come and show their support for Film Festival, they didn't really meet that. What I'm asking is, what are you going to do to change that for next year?
Film festival in particular, I feel like we kind of picked the wrong date. It's kind of like track with other events, but probably definitely like promote more about the events and to just promote more. Like let them know in advance that this event we're gonna host this, and it is really important to us. So it's nice for them to come out and support us.
That's another question.
Yeah, go ahead, last question.
So one of the challenging things for ICC this year is making a really good relationship with other schools because we're so far. We have a good relationship with UCSB, but let's say like UCSB and Northridge, they're deep really schools. So what are you going to change, or what do you want to implement in order to make a stronger connection with like other schools like UCR and UCI?
What I have in mind that I've learned from actually at IPIO is we have IC events. So I think that would be like a good, like it doesn't have to be our events or their events. We can just come out and hang out together to know each other. And by that, I think we have a better connection between us and let's say other school, UCR, UCSB.
Thank you.